Are you from Colorado?
I'm not from Colorado, but I am a Broncos fan. I grew up in Orange County, California, but my dad went to Stanford University. He wanted us to support a team that was led by a Stanford QB. That gave us two options, Rich. That gave us John Elway with the Broncos, Jim Plunkett with the Raiders.
Right.
And as you can tell, I don't have face tattoos or priors, so that doesn't mean I'm a Raiders fan. That means, I go hard at the Raiders fans.
Well, I mean, if you're a Bronco
care.
fan, then you should go hard at the Raiders.
Yes, but at least if you're a Raiders fan, just understand that while our teams may be against each other, we can all laugh at Patrick Mahomes complaining about the refs sounding like Kermit the Frog needing a throat lozenge, and we'd all laugh about that. The ref didn't call the penalty that was a penalty. He should have known that it was the Chiefs, and he's gonna get a strongly worded letter from the Swifties.
That's not a bad Patrick Mahomes, by the way.
It's not bad. It's okay.
You should sing Rainbow Connection like that.
One day we'll find.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's really good.
It's pretty close. Listen, the Broncos beat the Chiefs this year. That's our version of the Super Bowl. We're not making the Super Bowl.
Hold on a second. Now.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Now. They are way better at 1-5. If I'd given you a piece of paper to sign that they would be 7-7 going into Christmas Eve night against the Patriots,
yes,
you would have signed that piece of paper on the spot.
Yes,
so here
absolutely.
We are. They could be 8-7 on Christmas Eve. I'm serious. They'll be 8-7 by the end of Christmas Eve night.
Yes,
which could be good enough to actually get in the playoffs.
And the last two games are against the Chargers without Herbert, and the Raiders with, I think they have a janitor now as quarterback.
Nice.
I think that's who they signed. They picked him up this week. You know it's getting desperate. Where as a football fan, you're like, God, what I wouldn't give for Peterman. That's when it's getting to a point where you're like,
it's like Gruden.
Yeah,
Gruden, that was somebody who could not quit. Nate Peterman.
I tell you, man, that Nathan Peterman, man, he's got some stuff. The Peterman, man. Yeah. So
it's like Caliendo suddenly showed up all of a sudden.
Yeah, but way cheaper. Have you seen his invoice? My God, the guy lives in Phoenix. He needs a private jet just to fly out here.
Is that how he's flying around?
He has
Brad Williams spilling tea.
He has private jets. He doesn't even use tables. Human beings have to be tables. A lot of my fellow dwarves have to work as his tables. Frank Caliendo, way too expensive. I'm way cheaper. I'm gonna get a phone call from him.
Is it true your daughter's name is Elway?
That is true. I named her after my favorite quarterback. It was between
Osweiler.
That and Osweiler Williams. Hey,
Ozzie Williams,
Super Bowl champion Brock Osweiler. Put some respect on the name, okay? We don't win that Super Bowl without Brock Osweiler and the defense. But Brock Osweiler was there.
Did he play one very important game in the middle of that stretch?
England,
right?
I was there at one of the games against Cincinnati where he played. That was the game that was won on a sack fumble recovery by DeMarcus Ware, the famed Denver Bronco, DeMarcus Ware. We don't talk about where he played before. DeMarcus Ware, Denver Broncos. So, yes, Brock Osweiler is a Super Bowl champion. I will not have you besmirch the great name.
You're not wrong.
Of Brock Osweiler.
He went 5-2 that year.
I'm sorry. So then it's better than with Tebow Williams, or what else we can?
I have a Tebow jersey.
Damn straight you do.
By
the way, that Tebow time was real. I've seen it.
It was very real. The Tebow 316 game, the playoff win against the Steelers, R.I.P. Demaryius Thomas. That was literally one of the top 5 moments of my life. Birth of my child, my wedding day. Okay, but then after that, Tebow 316 was very exciting.
Throwing that one to Demaryius Thomas.
Yes,
I will never forget that. Jim Nantz had barely begun to get out of his mouth the new overtime rules that a touchdown would be a winner on the spot.
Yes.
And there it happened.
Yes.
Tebow to Demaryius Thomas, and then they went and got smoked by the Patriots. and then John Elway himself.
Yes.
Figured out a way to pull off a bloodless coup of Tebow mania in the form of Peyton Manning showing up, and the rest is history.
Oh my God!
And now your jersey is an ironic jersey more than anything else.
Still, playoff victories.
That's true.
Same number of playoff wins as one Tony Romo, I believe. Is that the same number?
By the way,
with one win.
Hold on a second, Brad, because my view is you, and then behind you, a Dallas Cowboy fan that was able to handle not mentioning where DeMarcus Ware played before. But if you're gonna go, that's his quarterback right there. Don't go there.
No, I'm actually okay with Romo. It's the DeMarcus Ware who was my favorite player for a decade.
Yeah, you had a problem with that. I could see you. Like you bristled behind you.
Yeah, well, I'm glad he's a great guy, and I'm glad he could finally go to a team that could get him a Super Bowl.
By the way, Brad, I felt the same way after a few years with him and Witten. I was literally like, I wish Ware could go somewhere and get a ring, and he did. So I was happy.
Good.
The one with the Broncos.
Well, Witten did get a ring, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't he coach a high school team to a championship? I saw the video of that. That was pretty cool.
I'm sure that means more to him than the Super Bowl ring, the high school championship ring. I'm sure those kids are great. I'm sure the moms brought him baked goods after the win, and trust me, as a dwarf, I know a good baked good, and I respect it.
Oh my God!
But yeah, I'm sure that one meant a little more to him.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.